Welcome to Almost Tier 1, the Decklist, Profile, and Analysis cast here on the Dice Commando YouTube channel. In each episode of Almost Tier 1, we present and dissect a fresh and off-meta decklist, going in-depth into the team comps, card choices, and play strategy. All decks discussed on Almost Tier 1 are standard format legal as of date of publishing. Almost Tier 1 is a component of the Dice Commando YouTube channel. Live play, profiles, analysis, and unboxing and product reviews. Find Dice Commando at www.youtube.com/DiceCommando and connect via Facebook at Dice Command. Hello and welcome to AT1. In today's episode we're going over a development list that I've been working on I'm calling Rainbow Commando. So obviously the love of the Mandalorian Super Commando has been on for several metas now. He's a very good card. This also kind of developed out of the Rainbow Django archetype that just wasn't quite working and fell into how can I run the Commando with Django, which I really couldn't. And I fell into Hask just because the points worked. So we're running the Mandalorian Super Commando, playing a equipment or weapon from your hand on this character, then deal 1 damage to a character. Obviously you're going to be loading this guy up. Gideon Hask, we're running at Elite. 1 gun, 2 gun, 2 indirect. Good damage sides. I do wish he had a little more health, but it is what it is. And then we have Luce, the Night Sister. 1 gun, 2 gun, 1 indirect. Question may be why not run the Sentinel Messenger instead, just because of how good he is, but the truth is we're playing guns in this, and with the redeploys with the modified sides, we want the extra sides with Luce. Going into the deck list, of course, we're playing Elite Hask, Mandalorian Commando, and Luce at 8, so that rounds out our 30-point squad. We are on Theed Palace just because we're going to have a lot of dice in the pool, and getting that extra money for the ramp can help. As far as upgrades, we're only looking at upgrades and events in this deck. It's actually a pretty straightforward deck. Upgrades: 2 A300s, 2 armor platings, 2 Donderbus, 1 Grievance Striker, 2 handheld cannons, 2 pulse cannons, and 2 riot shields. So of course we're going to be playing all of these onto the Commando. We do expect the Commando to go down relatively early in the game. So of course we want to have those redeploys to take advantage of. Your closer of course is the pulse cannon. Handheld just puts pressure on early and you can override it either with a pulse cannon or a redeploy. As far as events, we're going 2 Sinister Peace, 2 Active Cruelty for the AoE damage, 1 Beguile, 2 Desperate Measures, 2 Electromagnetic Pulse, 2 Focus Fires, 2 Forsakens, 2 Hidden Motives, and 2 Measure for Measure. So again, we're looking at a lot of cheap, zero-cost removal here that can have impact. You will notice that we are missing Best Defense. I've left that out because Hask, as your elite, you lose too much die by putting that into him, and you want to try to draw him in as the target anyway. As far as play strategy goes, this deck is interesting because it gives your opponent a tough choice on targets. If they leave the Commando open and they leave him till late game, he can keep pinging while he plays, up until of course round 3 when he's full. Right? However, Hask is the elite, so ideally he'd be the one people are going for first because they want to eliminate the 2 dice, and again with only the 9 health he's kind of a juicy target, again, but that allows you to just load up your Commando. So furthermore, we're Rainbow here, so it allows for the best of all the zero-cost removal, plus a lot of the yellow tricks, like Active Cruelty. This allows for playing the True Drop each turn on the Commando, right, and then still provide limited protection. Don't hesitate to use a ping damage to set up an Active Cruelty just to maximize your total damage, right? You're going to have a lot of health in this deck, you're going to have more health than most decks, so really if you can just attrit them out, eventually you're going to win the game. So strengths here are damage out of hand, lots of dice, and high health. Weakness is that this deck does play a little too fair and there's no real cheating. So from profile, this is very much an aggro deck, and difficulties on the very bottom. This is a very straightforward deck, very good deck for new players to pick up and get rolling right away. Do you have unique or spicy deck tech you would like to share with the community? Dice Commando is happy to offer guest spots here on AT1 to present your personal brainchild. If interested, please reach out to Dice Commando through our Facebook page for details. Thank you for watching Almost Tier 1 on the Dice Commando channel. If this was something you enjoyed, please give us the feedback, like and subscribe. Check out the rest the Dice Commando channel has to offer. If nothing else, go Commando.